Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with day 20 of 30 Days of Sketches with Kristy's Beautiful Life, series 16. And this is the double sketch month. And so today's sketch is by Miss Carrie's Creations. And it's got 6 pictures, and I'm actually pretty close to following this sketch pretty much down to all the bits and pieces. So I am going to use Jen Hadfield's Live and Let Grow collection. I don't have a ton left of this, but I'd love to get some of these things used up. And we are going on an adventure, so I felt like this would work for me. So I've got some things kind of pulled out that I'd like to use and some other things that I'm hoping to get used. And I've got quite a few scraps from this. So I've got my papers, my embellishments, my pictures, and this really great double sketch. So let's see how this goes. So this is a really good sketch to use up scraps because it has all these lovely banners. And so that is what I did. I pulled all of my scraps out that were big enough that would work with this layout. And then I just start fishtailing everything. And then I'm going to cut the papers for the right layout. And I'm going to use a little bit of that as well. So it's bringing, even though the colors are going to be on both sides, the pattern and that actual yellowy color for the right layout will now be on the left side in those banners. So I just fishtail them. Normally what I do is I fold them over and cut them at the same time, or cut one side and then fold it over and mimic it on the other side. When they're so far apart like these are, and there's this huge, like space where the picture's kind of covering the middle, it's not as big a deal if they're not like pretty close to the exact, size and, cut. But I typically will try and fold them over and get them cut that way. That way the fishtails are pretty close. So I just start building. I do lay my 2 pictures down, and of course they're 4 by 6 pictures, and I've matted them on a 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. And so I put those down. I just take a little pencil and mark where the side is and the top and the bottom are. That way I know that my fishtails banners are going to go above where the pictures are and below where they are. Because in the sketch, it doesn't go above, but I'm kind of covering a lot of space here. Mostly because I had a ton of scraps for this, and I just didn't overlap as much as the sketch kind of calls for. So, and some of them, of course, are cut in half because they're not long enough, and I, it's fine because you just tuck them in behind. So I just really wanted to use as many scraps as I could. So I used pretty much all the scraps that I had that were long enough for what I needed, or, the right color schemes. And really, because I was going to use a lot of florals that have a bunch of color in them, I could pretty much use any of the papers. So I do, and I get those down, and then I'm going to start working on the right layout and get those pictures down before I start embellishing. Now I've used like a light colored aqua color for 2 of the pictures, and then this pinky color for the other 2. Of course, I have to make sure that my very best friend, who's in the top left corner of the right layout, does not end up on a pink paper, because that would be terrible. She hates pink, and God forbid, I put her on a paper that's big. So once I get done matting my pictures, I am going to use my T-ruler to find the very center. So it's, I think this is 10.5 by 10, because my pictures are 4 by 4 1/4. Only because one of the pictures, the one in the bottom corner, I could not cut any to the 4 by 4, or I'd have cut my grandson's head or my friend's head, and we didn't want that. So I use that to find the very center, and then I put a little dot there because I'm going to put my title right in the middle of that, the 4 pictures. So it's going to cover it anyway. So on the sketch, there is this little tag or piece of paper up here at the top. So I cut a little it was a tag that said thanks. And so I liked the floral because it kind of matches the florals in one of the stripes over on the right layout. So I put that up there, and then I just start laying out or putting down some of my embellishments. So these pictures are of my girl group, which is the Babs, and all but I think 2 of them are missing. Yes, 2. In the top picture, 2 of them are missing. In the bottom picture, 3 of them are missing. And my daughter went out to eat for AJ, which is my grandson. His name's Apollo, but we call him AJ, or I call him all sorts of different things. But anyway, so he went out on his first adventure, and that was to go have dinner with my girl group who helped set up, well, who did all of his baby shower and have been a fabulous support system for me and my daughter and the baby and everything. So I felt like it was the perfect opportunity to go have a little outing, and we were able to kind of hide in a corner. Nobody else, got to really see him. He was just passed around between the 6 of us. It's fine. So anyway, I wanted to use like these little explore adventure kind of little things. So I'm gonna put, like, there's a bunch on here that just say hello, and all of them have met AJ already except for my friend Brooke, who hadn't had a chance to see him yet. And so she got to see him for the first time at our dinner. But the rest of them had, but I did use a lot of these little hello, hi, hey, you kind of little wordy bits on here. And then over on between the 2 pictures on the left layout, there's this fish on there, and it says get out. And I thought that was kind of funny and fitting. 2 of them had fish for dinner. So, I mean, that's kind of also fitting. So I thought that was good because, he hadn't been out other than to go to doctor's appointments. And then I'm going to put a little wordy bit down at the bottom that says, let's explore. Yes, please. And then on the right layout, I put like little wordy bits and embellishments on each picture, that say hello, you, noted, a happy day, and best friends. And then I'm going to put that in the middle. I put that little celebrate kind of title. So you could title it Let's Explore or Celebrate, whatever you want. I mean, honestly. So, like I said, this is pretty close to exact to her sketch. I'm pretty impressed with how close to sketches I've been throughout this entire adventure, of the double sketches. And I've done a double sketch for so far every one of them. And here we're at the 20th. So I've only got 10 more days for 30 days of sketches. I'm pretty proud of myself for that because I don't do a lot of 2-page layouts, y'all. So anyway, here is the sketch again from Miss Carrie's Creations, and I really, really, really loved it. It would be such an easy sketch to recreate again. One side, both sides. It's just a really fun sketch, an easy way to use up scraps, and I love that. And you can embellish and unembellish as much as you want, especially because you got a lot of paper options that could totally do a lot of the work for you. So here are the close-ups of my layouts. I hope you will go check out Miss Carrie's Creations, as well as all the other people who are hopping along with 30 Days of Sketches. You will find them on the playlist. You can also find the sketches on 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life on Facebook. And I hope you'll come back and see me because I should be here every day this month. I hope that you all will give me a thumbs up if you like this video and or my layout. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I hope you all have a great day. I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love, and happy scrapping.